Hi all, Martyn at Flicking Feathers again today. I'm tying Gartside Gurgler. Easy fly to tie, very effective top water pattern for all manner of species in fresh and salt water. You really should tie these, they're very simple to tie and they'll catch you plenty of fish. As always, we'll stick a materials list in the description along with a link to the Patreon page for anybody that wants to support the channel, get access to the monthly fly tying classes and enter the giveaways. So I've got my hook and my vise. It's a size 1 Gamakatsu SP11 3L 3H. I like these hooks for gurglers. Crease flies as well, long shank but still strong, good bend on them, nice sharp points right out the box. I've run on some red Danville's flat wax nylon 210, and I've got a wee bunch of bucktail here from up near the top of the tail, top third, so it won't flare too much. I'm just going to sort of align it slightly. It's a wee bit, I mean, you don't want to stack it, but get it kind of aligned. And then I want basically 2 shanks, or a shank or a hook and a half at the back. Catch that in nice and tight and tie forward. Now I'm going to trim my waist pieces at an angle, right down the length of the body. Cover all that up. Come back to the barb. Now I like to get a bit of head cement on here, and I'm using cement, no super glue. These will be used in salt water, right? And basically once the salt water gets into the super glue breaks down, it can rehydrate and it's not really doing anything. Now I've got some 4mm crosslink foam here, and I've cut a strip, a hook gap in width, and I've just tapered the end. I'm going to come in and catch it about 6mm, 7mm back from the hook eye, so that I've got plenty of space to tie in my body, and then catch this in. Make sure you tie that right back to the tail, and keep your thread wraps straight across the back of the hook, right? You don't want them at an angle. At the back anyway, the back tie-in's got to be straight. And just check that you're right back against it. I use the red thread so I can see it if I'm not far enough back. And it also gives a nice wee red spot up the front. There we go. And then I can just come in and tighten over this. Now I use the crosslink foam because it's quite tough, and you'll notice that it will not compress as easily as just the standard fly foam, but your fly's got to be tougher, it's got to last longer. Body, very simple, it's just any old Cactus, Chenille, Fritz, Estas, whatever brand you want. And this is 10mm I'm using, so not too thick like the sort of standard medium size. It's nice and secure, and I'm just going to get a wrap in, and I'm going to actually go back one so I'm right hard against that foam tie-in, put it tight, and then work my way forward. And in each wrap, I'm going to go forward. I'm just going to sweep the cactus chenille back, and this gives you a nice body that's dense. It's got to have less pass through with the water, so it'll push a bit more water in its own right, as well as the foam lip, and it's also less likely for a fish to get a tooth in and lift the body from underneath. When you get to the front, tie it off. Trim that away. And then I'm just going to tidy up here at the front with my thread, so that this is nice and clean. I don't want any bits of the fritz sticking about. I mean, it doesn't matter to the fish, but it's just nice to have the head nice and clean. It's easier to tie the fly on and all that if you don't have bits of the chenille sticking in the hook eye. Bring that foam over the front. You can sort of push it and pull it to make sure it's nice and straight, and get a few good wraps in. Lift it, some locking wraps, and then a few more. Whip finish, trim away your waist, and come in. Lip size is up to yourself, but on this size, if you sort of judge, about a third of the back length looks about right to me, and it's stiff enough that it will gurgle. If you shorten it, it'll give you a bit more push. It will not flex as much, but it's also catching less water. Head cement. Big drop there, and in the groove as well. Just wipe away any excess off the back of the foam, and then you have a very effective, super easy, super simple, deadly top water fly. So hope that was useful, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up below, and I'll see you for another video.